Hello and welcome everyone in another Photoshop tutorial. I wonder if you can spot the difference because I just changed my microphone. Also, I'm not recording my face today because it was extremely busy day. I'm actually making a new course, and that's why before we start, I want to tell you this course will drop end of this month. Absolutely amazing. Lingerie, swimwear, retouching, studio images with agency model. You will get the images to practice. So if you haven't got the opportunity to get 2 months for free on Skillshare, there is a link in the description with my courses. You can check them out, watch for free for 2 months. And also at the end of the month, my new course will drop. So you will just get notified straight away, and you can watch the course that will drop. You can watch the courses I have, and today I want to talk about the best way to work with lights. This is just a stock image I found online a long time ago, and I want to talk how you can actually center attention to some points working with lights and how to work with them. So I was thinking we will create some really nice vignette around our subject, and I also want to make this light pop out. So let's just jump into this, and for this reason I'm actually going to use curves. So first curve I'm going to name vignette, and I must say this is the best way to create vignettes. Don't do anything else, just this step to create really amazing vignettes. And once we created this, we also have this white thing around, which is the mask. Every time you create some adjustment layer, there will be the layer mask. So what is the layer mask? Basically, I'm going to tell you quickly. Let's drag down the light on this curve adjustment layer. And layer mask, when it's white, the effect is fully visible. When you invert this into the black color by pressing Command or Control and I, it will change into a very bright thing. So the effect is invisible. But we can also bring this effect simply by choosing brush, white color of the brush, and painting. So my brush is not really nice and smooth. That's why I would choose my special one, which is DB brush. And then, as you can see, we can make really nice and smooth transition. So we can do everything manually, or we can create something by just one click. And to do nice vignette, I would recommend to use elliptical marquee tool and make a circle around our object. So let's measure where it will go as well. Of course, not this one. I meant to choose elliptical marquee tool. So once again, elliptical marquee tool. Let's see if it goes well around our subject. Is this the right one, do you think? And a little bit more on the right side. Lower. And I think now our object is well placed inside. And then I'm going to press Command or Control and I, but make sure your layer mask is selected. It's crucial. If it won't be selected, it will be impossible for you to create what we are creating right now. So I'm pressing Command or Control and we are inverted. So it's not necessarily the right way. We can press Alt or Option, have a look at this layer, and this is dark inside. Also, it's worth to mention why it's blurred around. I could invert this now, Command or Control and I. So I inverted, and now it's all white around. So why it's smooth? Because we had feather at 400 pixels. So there's transition that lasts for 400 pixels. Of course, we can make very strict selection. For example, if we go with feather to 0, and it could possibly give us even more control. I'm going to try to choose the same range. So here's our model. I'm trying to see if it's all equal. And now, when I invert, as you can see, the feather was 0. So my circle is very strict. I pressed Alt or Option and the circle looks like this. We can make it blurry by ourselves and it will give us much more control. Just go to filter, blur, and Gaussian blur, and try to blur this out till the level it's going to make you happy. So I believe the previous one was actually too strong, but maybe not. I will actually try with this. Invert this, Command or Control and I, and let's see if our vignette is right. Of course, that wasn't right. The black circle should be in the middle, so I inverted this again, and now we can create vignette outside. So you can see that actually our object is much more centered, but I think we could even polish this more. So I'm going to do steps back, because I think we could even create a smaller circle, more centered around the model. And this time it will be absolutely perfect. So I'm placing this, inverting, and I will add the same amount of blue. And now let's lower our curve. And as you can see, now our model stands out absolutely from the image. If you want to preserve the color values, because darkening might change saturation values, you must change blending mode from normal to luminosity. Shouldn't be big difference, as you can see during switching, and there should be just small difference in saturation values. So the next step is how we can work with these lights and maybe change something in the middle, because I believe everything outside is quite cold and the center is warm, and I would like to go with this direction. So I'm actually going to duplicate this layer. So there was no need, of course, to take selection. I want to wait a second. Control or Command and J, duplicate this, and I'm going to remove this, remove the effect. I'm going to name this warm. I want to invert my layer mask, and then I'm going to add some of the warm tones to the center, but we need to change blending mode to color. So look, wow, this really suit actually. This really looks amazing. So I want to actually make the outside colder. So I will duplicate this layer once again. I'll name this cold. Let's nivellate this, change blending mode to color, and this time I will add some of the blue and some of the cyan. So this is already nearly done. One more thing I want to do, I will create one more curve adjustment layer. Warm color and change blending mode to color. I will also apply some of the warm tones like red and some yellow. And next I'm going to invert this layer and paint with the white color over the candles, over the torches. So as you can see, in this simple way, let's put this all to the group, name this edit. In this extremely simple way, we got from this to this. I understand this tutorial was a little bit in rush, but this is like I'm doing 3 editorials at the moment, so working all day and night, except that I'm preparing the course. But also I don't want to leave you guys here on YouTube, and I'm trying to deliver you really some valuable tutorials, some tricks, because I believe my tutorials, it's not necessarily only about effects, but the tutorials that I try to create are mainly about giving you ideas how you can work. That's why, for example, I think it could go more red and less yellow in this case. So yes, what I was saying, it was my tutorials are mainly about giving you ideas, and I want you to get better in using Photoshop and using techniques, feeling really comfortable with Photoshop, just as me. The way that I can talk all the time and do things unconsciously, feeling Photoshop as it is. So I hope you did enjoy this tutorial. It was simple, it was quick, and I believe it's super valuable, giving you idea about how powerful curves can be. That's why in the description there will be also the link to my curves course, where you can master curves and get better, most powerful tool, lights, colors, retouching. You can use them for everything. So I appreciate every comment, every like. It really motivates me, and I will keep publishing at least weekly, probably no less than twice a week. And I have already plenty great ideas. I will post a lot of longer videos with retouching as well. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you did not so far, and I'm gonna see you next time.